Hey everyone, are you on a budget but your kids just don't understand? Guys, your greatest wealth building tool is your income. And creating a budget to show you how to use that income is a phenomenal way to ensure financial freedom, to ensure that you stay out of debt. But guys, it is so hard to stay on a budget when your kids just don't understand. So guys, today I'm going to share my 5 tips with you on how you can bring your kids in on your budget journey. Guys, and at the end of the video, make sure to stick around because I'll also be sharing my parents' tip with you on how they kept me and my brother on board with their budget journey. I'm Justin for Low Key. Guys, this is a channel where we're all about finding low-key solutions for an overpriced world. So guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow the channel for all the best tips on how to save your money. Okay, so tip number 1. Guys, this tip sounds crazy, but I promise it will mean the world to your kids. And that is invite them into your life. Whether or not you are an ultimate Frisbee fanatic, a baseball fan, a football fan, or you just like to simply do what my wife likes to do, and that's crochet. Guys, these are all free hobbies that we all can do, and you can absolutely invite your kids into that. Teach your kids how to play the sport. This will mean so much to your kids. They will look up to you even more than they already do. And guys, they'll stop asking you to take them to ice cream and to take them out to the movies and things like that because they'll want to go play disc golf or they'll want to crochet. Guys, this is a great way to encourage your kids to do a hobby that you enjoy so that way you can be with your kids will look up to you, and it will be low cost. So tip number 2, planned sweet themed nights. Guys, I don't know if your kids are like me, but I have a massive sweet tooth. I love sweets. One of the most fun things that my wife and I do is we plan sweet themed nights. Essentially, we'll go buy the sodas and the cookies and the cakes and things like that, and we will just enjoy dessert essentially. But guys, it's so much cheaper doing that than going to the local ice cream shop or dessert bar. I can spend $5 to $10 at the grocery store for a few desserts as opposed to spending $15 at the ice cream shop or dessert bar. So guys, make sure that you're planning these dessert themed nights for your kids. They will love them. The fact that you're also together as a family gives you the opportunity to play board games like Candyland. So you can play Candyland while eating desserts on your dessert themed night. The kids will love it. Y'all have a great time. Guys, this is tip number 2. Okay, tip number 3. This one is an oldie but a goodie. And guys, if you live close to a park, it's even easier for you. And that is play outside with your kids. Guys, your kids just want to play with you. And I understand that your normal 9 to 5 job can sometimes become a 9 to whenever you finish your project job. But your kids don't understand that. So guys, make sure that you're actually playing outside with your kids because this will encourage them to want to do that more often with you as opposed to do the simple things like go to McDonald's and play on the play place at McDonald's while you spend the money on food and stuff. Guys, if you just take your kids outside and just let them play, throw a ball with them or something, 30 minutes to an hour, they will be so happy. It'll cost you a lot less money and your family will grow closer because of it. So tip number 3, play outside with your kids. Okay, before I move on to tip number 4, I want to do an exercise with you. I want you to think back to when you were a kid. What were your favorite moments that you had with your parents? Most likely, it was your board game nights, or when you and your family got on the carpet and watched a movie, or when y'all went outside and just threw the ball with one another. Guys, these were all things that were free, right? Yeah, y'all might have had some extravagant vacations too that were a lot of fun, but think about the everyday times that you had with your parents. Guys, these were probably some of the most beneficial times that you had with your parents. Remember that with your kids. Most likely, your kids just want to be there with you. Okay, guys, so tip number 4, teach your kids a hobby. This can be anything, guys. If you're really into cars, Teach your kids about cars. Maybe they're not into that, but this is the time that you could spend with your kids teaching them something new. Maybe they learn and they love it. Guys, the big key here is when you're teaching your kids a hobby, you've got to be patient. They're not going to get it like that, right? Think about how long you've been doing your hobby that you're going to teach them. Some people have been doing it for years, so they've become very proficient at it. Guys, your kids, if you're just teaching them, just started today. So make sure that you have patience with them. But think about it this way. Imagine that you're doing woodworking, right? You teach your kids how to do woodworking. You start with the birdhouse. Guys, they're going to get so excited every time they go into the wood shop to continue their birdhouse project. They get good at it. Now they want to do those really cool desks, things like that. And then you and them can work together and get it done. Or in my wife's space, she loves to crochet, right? I would love for my kids to one day learn how to crochet and just spend time with their mom in that regard, right? Or for me, I like videos and I like Marvel and DC and comic books, guys. So I would love for my kids to also want to learn how to do video and really get into the whole geek culture. So guys, teaching your kids hobbies is another great way of staying on a budget and not spending a lot of money. So tip number 5, this one will cost you just a little bit of money, but that's go on an adventure or a date with your kids. Now, if you have multiple kids, do this individually. Spend time individually with each one of your kids. Get to know them and their personalities. This will absolutely mean the absolute world to them. If you go and just check them out of school one day, or you go to their school and eat lunch with them, guys, these small acts can mean so much to your kids. And they could cost you a little bit of money, but they don't have to break your budget. So guys, take your kids out on dates or adventures, or surprise them by going to lunch with them. With that all being said, guys, I have one final thing to tell you. I truly believe that some of you need to hear this. And that is, if you feel like the relationship with your kids are strained, you can fix that. You can fix that by using these tips that I've given you. Spending time with your kids in the way that they want you to spend time with them is the most important thing to rebuilding your relationship with your kids. Guys, you are not a failure. It is never too late to begin that relationship with your kids. Whether or not they're older or younger, you can do it. You are a good parent. Okay, I promised you one last tip. And this one is one that my parents did for my brother and I. And it was, they would start a little fire in our fire pit in the back. And we'd roast marshmallows and have s'mores, and we would just tell stories. Guys, my brother and I really enjoyed ghost stories, so my mom and my dad would come up with these wild ghost stories that were horrible, but they were just so much fun. When it rained, we would roast marshmallows in the oven, and we would play board games and things like that. You can have so much fun with your kids and it not cost you an arm and a leg to do so. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful and you've enjoyed this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell for all the greatest videos. Guys, also, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if any of these tips helped you out, or give me better tips that you've used on your kids or that your parents used on you. Guys, I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.